Welcome back, guys. So now let's discuss and just pretty much do a recap on what the market gave us this week. So if you remember very well, I had one, two, three, four, five setup. Firstly, it was AUD NZD. So if you remember, the setup was just wait for let me put in the weekly time frame. You can remember this is what we wanted. We wanted market to trace back to this zone. Yeah, that's like I told you. Yeah, and that's what market did. So it retraced back to this level. So right now I'm not even going to remove this pair because I still now hoping for the market to now up there push to the downside. Let me put on the 4 hour time frame so you guys can know what we are talking about. So you can see market finally touched the level. Yeah, you can see there's that tap in the level. Let me now try to like put in the 30 minutes time frame. You can see there is that nice tap on the level at that zone right there. We have that nice oh no, here the only legit trade was up after we have a break below this zone here, and which we had, but look at what how the market moved. And this is what happened. We had the tap, we had the break below, we had the retest, we had the engulfing, but I don't like selling when I'm in the middle of the zone rather than at this point, especially if I see that the market made especially if I see that on the one now I have nothing or any strong confirmation. So we avoided this trade, we didn't take it at this zone. Then again, we had the tap back in this entry level. Yeah, but still we're both more bearish at this level. So the only way to enter the trade is again right after the break and retest, then engulfing. But at this point, we can't enter here still. So the only sensible reason to enter was to wait for market to make a new higher high. You see, which it did. So you can see currently we had this nice lower let me put in a 15 minutes time frame, higher low, this one right here before market broke structure. You see, even though it like broke again above to use this one as the new market structure, which is very much useful, because you can see what happened as soon as market tapped to the level, it formed the bearish engulfing. So right here is where you can now place your entry based off this closure and your stop loss just above that level like that. Yeah, or wait until market do something like this, close below this zone, which it has done still. So here the only way we can enter this trade is now. Yeah, but that will be for another video. But for now, I'm just showing what happened. The Euro CHF, we had market finally retraced back to the zone, and you can see right now what's going on. We are having that nice retracement at this zone. We have the daily rejecting the level, so I'm also not removing this pair. Yeah, I'm not removing this pair here, because when you can see we're having the daily the upside movement. So the only thing I'm looking for on this pair is that nice retracement, which it did not give me, because you can see my lower low was as you can see for now, the only higher low I have in the is this one, the 1 hour time frame, this one right here. So I want this market. uh I'm still waiting, but that will be in another video, because this is just a recap. Yeah, so I'm still very much interested in this pair, just to let you know. Then USD JPY, remember what I told you, we'll either sell once we are below this level or at this zone right there. So you can see what happened. We had the tap in, then we had the retest, then we had the break, when we had the retest, then we had the engulfing, just everything need. You see, we had this high low, high low, high high, break, retest, engulfing. everything you need to enter the trade, you see. Yeah, and you would say, why did you take this trade at this zone? Why not wait? Since you are saying you only enter at the entry level. I like only if I see things like a bearish engulfing or a nice 4 hour move. Like, let me put this in the 4 time frame so you can see. You see, this is making sense right here. You have this sharp rejection at this level. You see, and this was on a Friday, so there was no way this move was going to trace back to this zone. You see, then that would just be been a losing trade and would have closed at the same level. So for now, I can only sell if we can have a break below this zone. Euro USD, we didn't get the entry to continue after we cashed out our profits. I remember I took the trade then came out somewhere. Yeah, I took my trade at this level. Yeah, I took a trade at this level. Yeah, I took a trade at that level. But we didn't have the break below to take the sale to the downside. Yeah, so we didn't do anything because I was waiting for that retesting to sell to the downside. It didn't give me. Yes, it broke below. Then again broke above, broke below, but I didn't see any confirmation pattern. You can see we broke below, retested. Quite right, it gave a bearish engulfing, but this was like I'm sure I was not even around, obviously. That's because, and I would have taken this trade and have lost lost on this because I would have entered based off this, then my stop loss right above that level, then my take profit right above this zone. But we avoided the loss, and this was a counter trade either way. So this was a risky trade. But yeah, we avoided the loss in GBP USD. It traced back to the entry point. So even though I was saying we made a nice head and shoulder right there, left, right, head, I was just expecting the market to break below this zone here so we can have the push to the downside. But that day it went up. So the only way we can take this trade if we're below this level again. So then AUD cards, bro, we took a loss on this trade. The trade that would have put us at a very nice pair. So look, I had 3 trades on this pair. 3. The same setup, the same entry signal, no nothing changed at the same level. So let me show you how I got all 3 trades, even though one stopped us out. So the first one was, you can see the same thing. Where's Monday? This was Monday. This was Monday. Market was in this zone right here. You can see we had more high low being formed at that zone. Yeah, and I took the trade after I saw this bearish engulfing the implemented time frame. After this retest, after this tap in the zone, then I took the sale based off this price action. 1, 2, 3, based off this pattern right here. Yeah, based off this pattern, this way I took the sales. And look what happened. Market broke below the level, came to retest. Yeah, and again, this was a 1 to 3, you see, which is a nice trade. Then again, market traced back the same level. Same thing, nothing is changing. Traces back at the level, we look for our area. If it gives us the area, then we execute. So look, same thing, we made a new higher low, then higher high. It was somewhere here. Yeah, but I used this one right here because this was outside of the LG level. You see, we had the broke break above, then we had to trace back inside. Then at this zone, that's where I took the sale, just right after the break of the level again. You see the same pattern I was showing you in the 30 minutes, but this time it happened in the 1 hour. You can see this 1, 2, 3 golfing. I took the trade. You come out at this zone, came out around that level. Then this was the initial trade. Then again the same thing happened, guys. The same thing happened, but this time I got wicked out by, I don't know if it's 5 pips. Because look, the same thing, it retested the level, but this time it even made a head and shoulder. We have this head, left, right, shoulder. We had a nice break. You see, we had a nice break. So I could have even maybe just entered the trade based off this and put my stop loss right above this level. Then might take profit at this zone, but the only difference was, the one bad part is I wanted to minimize this risk and increase my reward. So what I did was I waited for market to tap in this zone. As you can see, we tapped in the level at this zone. But the mistake I made, number one, was I didn't wait for the bearish engulfing. This way, even though it was a doji, I would have waited for this 1 hour candle closure. You see, I would have waited for this 1 hour candle closure, at least a bearish engulfing, to confirm my sales. Yeah, that was one mistake I made, even though it was a doji. Because I knew based off this head and shoulder, this thing might drop. So that's the mistake I made on this trade. Then after that, there was this bearish engulfing. So when I saw the bearish engulfing, and I'm like, this time now, my market is okay. We are ready to sell. You see, then and my stop loss was just above, was just right below here. Because if I switch on the 15 minutes time frame, you'll see the trade clearly. And now I entered all this thing. You can see, right, I entered at some point there and just put my stop loss right above this higher lower high. Yeah, but I even squeezed it a bit. Let me try to target this week because I was expecting market to just drop after this bearish engulfing I saw. This one on the 1 hour time frame, this one right here, this one right here. But look what happened after that. Market just started going up, then it took us out. After taking us out, then it dropped right back. So if I would have waited for like the what the bearish engulfing on this doji, I would have waited. Then upon seeing this bearish engulfing, I would have also again waited for a nice retracement, a nice pullback to that zone. And if I saw this 1 hour candle formation, I wouldn't have taken this trade. I would have waited for this pattern to form. This one right here, this one right here. I would have waited for this 3 candle formation that you can see here. The green red formation. This is a nice bearish signal. Yeah, then I would have again waited for the pullback and put my entry and my stop loss right above there. Same trade but just different timing. This is the trade I would have taken because again we had the nice double top, but I was just, it is what it is. It was also a good trade either way if it played out, because there was also a double bottom here. So it's just the losses you take in this journey which you can avoid. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for this week. So let me now try to look out for new pairs that we'll be interested in for the next week. But for now, I can confirm that we've closed the month. Yeah, thank you guys for your support. And we've got at least 8 winning trades this week, this month only, if you've been following me.